Yo, what up? It's your boy Owen JJ Stone, aka Doctor. New friend of Friday. You are?
Hardly Normal.
What's your real name?
Mark Horvath.
What do you do?
I go around trying to scream as loud as I can about poverty and homelessness.
He actually does. We just got done giving out some ponchos and some socks. He's painting the town yellow. Where are we at right now, sir?
We are out in front of the Glendale Armory, which is the winter shelter, part of the winter shelter program here in Los Angeles. Unfortunately, as you can see behind me, they don't open during the day. So me and my friend Owen here just came and helped them out with socks and raincoats, so hopefully they can stay somewhat dry until the winter shelter opens tonight.
And we're standing in the rain.
We're in the rain.
It kind of sucks, right?
Well, it depends on your perspective. It really sucks for them.
And that's my point.
Exactly.
Because we can get out of the rain in a minute and they can't.
Well, we have a choice. In a second, when you stop recording, we're going to run to my car and drive back to the shelter that I work at. But for these people, they don't have a choice.
And the one thing I was talking to Mark about that we talked about is the fact that right now, you know, everybody's donating to Haiti and giving money overseas, and you know, it's a good cause, it's a viable cause. We're America, we're the richest, we're the best. The thing that kills me is that we can't take care of our own. So being the richest, being the best, and we still can't take care of our own amazes me. You know, how does that make you feel?
Well, you said it. Haiti's a great cause. I mean, the video I saw there, I mean, we need to support it. I really do believe that we need to support it. What people aren't talking about is people don't give more money, they shift their donations. So in the next 6 months, you're going to see nonprofits and faith-based organizations, churches that rely on donations to help people just close. I mean, I really see a lot of that happening. I really try not to focus on political issues, because if I do, I'm going to reach out and strangle somebody.
It'll make you go crazy.
It'll make me go crazy. So all I do is do what I can, which today is give out socks and give out raincoats, and hopefully people like you watching this will say, wow, I could do something like that, and then I'll go do it. I really believe as this economy is getting worse, and it is, no matter what you're reading, what you're hearing from Washington, there's 7 million people laid off last year. We're going to see the effects of that this year. In 2008, family homelessness, two-parent family homelessness increased in suburbia, not Chicago, not Detroit, but in little tiny towns like Mitchell, South Dakota, and Binghamton, New York. Little tiny rural towns, homelessness increased 56%. So in 2009, it increased more. We're gonna see the backlash of it this year. We've got to get better. As a society, we need to get better back to depression ethics and taking care of our neighbors. Clearly, the government's got them standing right outside. There's no money, and I understand that. I don't want to pay any more taxes. Do you? No, you're shaking your head no. So that's not the answer. The donations, as we just talked about, they're going away. So to me, the only solution is we need to get better as a society, and we need to start taking care of our neighbors.
The basic thing is, you know, it used to be the whole it takes a village, and communities were different. In the 50s and 60s, everybody knew their neighbors. Now no one wants to know anybody, no one wants to care about anybody. I live in New Jersey, I live in the suburbs, and there are people right across the street that are losing jobs, can't pay their mortgage, and no one's reaching out to ask, oh, is your company hiring? Is your company hiring? People don't talk to each other the way they used to. People aren't helping each other the way they used to, and it's because of ignorance, it's because of fear, it's because of embarrassment. God help you if you're too embarrassed to ask someone for help. How embarrassed are you going to feel when you have to go live in the street because you didn't try to get help beforehand? How come you didn't try to cut off the cable a month earlier, or, you know, cut down on the heat and get out the blankets? You know, stop getting Heinz ketchup. Fuck, stop getting ketchup, okay? Eat your shit raw. I mean, seriously, every dollar counts, especially when you're trying to save money and do things, because anybody at any given time could get into a car accident. You know, their job won't keep them on, their insurance isn't good enough, they lost their job, a family member's ill, the medical bills are crazy. I mean, the reasons why you could be one of these people standing out in the rain today are infinitesimal. Okay, I'm in LA and I just realized nobody has any money. Okay, so whatever you watch on movies, whatever you see on Beverly Hills 90210, whatever you think, the people with the biggest houses have the least amount of money. And Lord knows their credit cards are gonna come calling. So they can end up homeless too, and people really need to find a way to start helping each other. So that's one of the reasons why I'm out here talking to you. Where do you work at too? Go ahead, say what you're gonna say.
I do a website called invisiblepeople.tv where please visit. If something touches you, please talk about it, blog about it, email a friend, scream real loud, help me, because we've got to do that. I'm a simple-minded guy. I'm really not that smart. And so I have to break homelessness down into two categories. And one, it's fire, earthquakes, hurricanes, drug abuse, health issues, and the other is the breakdown of family. Well, I can't fix hurricanes. Well, I can't stop hurricanes. I can't stop earthquakes. People are going to continue to abuse drugs. What we can fix is the breakdown of families. And I really think, again, we need to start looking at our neighbors. And let's say, and I know I'm on the front lines of homelessness. Maybe that's not your thing, but there's somebody in your church, in your bridge club, or somebody in the grocery line or whatever that you know that is laid off, that they are scared to ask for help, but they got signs. You know, they're arguing with their wives, they're yelling at their kids, they're, you know, not buying the Heinz ketchup, as my brother just said. You know, you'll know they might not raise their hand. Now, I understand, you'll know that they are going through a foreclosure or unemployed, and I understand that you can't pay their mortgage, but you can take them to lunch or take them for a walk or take them to the movie, because here's what we are. We're human, and we're not going to raise our hand for help, and we're going to sit in our crisis. And as long as we sit in our crisis, we don't think right. And what you can do is just say, hey, you want to go to a movie, and for that 2 hours they are outside of their crisis, and that is so valuable. In that, you might think that's a little small way to extend yourself, but I'm telling you, on your neighbor's side, they are going to, I mean, it's just so powerful.
Well, normally I do a little game thing at the end, but this really isn't a joke, so I'm not going to bother with that bullshit. This is my friend. He needs some help. If you are inclined to help, if you're inclined to share this video, share his website. What's your website?
Invisiblepeople.tv, Hardly Normal on Twitter, also Invisible People. If I yell too much on Hardly Normal, just switch over to Invisible People. I call it Hardly Normal Light.
The other thing I like to do is I have a Twitter list called Causes, and I just put things like that because sometimes you just want to check in. You know, take 5 minutes a week and see if you can retweet something for someone else. Don't give a dime. Just share with your followers someone else's plight and someone else's cause, and you can affect change and you can help people. So check them out on Twitter. I'm going to link everything up, link up the websites. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for being the change.